So this morning's practice is inspired, no surprise, by autumn leaves. And, I think everyone on the screen right now lives in a place where the autumn colors are just in such profound glory. And everywhere we look, we see these gorgeous colors on trees. But I have a question for you. Have you been observing the leaves as they fall from the trees? And what a graceful dance that is. So of course I brought my little object lesson for the day. It's just ran right out into my front yard and just got these two glorious leaves. And it's so beautiful to watch leaves letting go from their branches and just drop into the earth, creating this beautiful blanket on the earth now. So I'd like that to be the inspiration of this practice. This practice is called In the Flow. And as we move our bodies, I just want to invite you to move as if you were a leaf that just let go of your holding, and in all of your glory, you're just floating. You're just floating. So take a comfortable seat and listen to these words by Mary Oliver about this very thing. In the deep fall, don't you imagine the leaves think how comfortable it will be to touch the earth instead of the nothingness of air and the endless freshets of wind? Don't you imagine the leaves think how comfortable it will be to touch the earth instead of the nothingness of air and the endless freshets of wind? So finding a comfortable seat, close your eyes, take a few deep breaths. Allow these breaths to feel like soft wind moving in your body. And imagine just that image of a leaf that just zigzags its way down. Hold that image in your mind as you breathe in and breathe out. Unattached, free, floating. See if you can find the very top of the breath and the very bottom of the breath, and soften those edges. Let's make some circles with our shoulders up, back, and down. And sometimes we do this really eager to get to the hard edge and really stretch. Today, I'd like you to ask you to find the softness inside of this shape. The soft floating wind inside of your shoulders, moving the body from the inside. See if you can find fresh air and ease in these two joints. And then let's bring the fingertips to the elbows, and we'll do the same thing, just moving elbows out to our sides in these soft circles. Just resisting the temptation to go to that place where we feel like we're forcing anything. Think of these movements as just loosening or lubricating your joints, not so much hard edge stretches. And then let the arms come down to the sides, palms up, open and close your hands a few times. Again, just finding softness in all the little joints of the fingers and wrists. Maybe wiggle all of your fingers separately. And then with the palms up, let's just create a flow here. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, drop the left hand to the side. Inhale, the right arm lifts high. Exhale, bend that elbow. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, drop the right. Inhale, lift a little taller. Exhale, bend the elbow. And both arms come up. Drop the left. Reach the right. Bend your elbow and sweep. Your hand just feels like a leaf, both arms up. Drop the right. Lift the left. Bend the elbow and just let that hand be like a leaf, reaching up, both arms high. And then lower the hands to the earth. Fingertips settle easy on the knees. Inhale to pull your chest forward and exhale to press your chest back. Staying in this idea of flow, like airy movement. Let your head begin to follow your chest, lifting the chin and dropping the chin. You can move at a different pace than me, finding a place that matches your breath. And finding neutral. Let the fingers settle once again on the shoulders and rotate right and left. Just a nice, easy rotation. Finding that light, airy ease in the middle of your body. You might just check in with your shoulder blades, your collarbones, your sternum. Visiting the parts of the body that feel good, that feel spacious and roomy and light today. Maybe giving less attention to the heavier, dark places that always get our attention. Let's go to the right and we'll just set the hands down and pause here in this easy twist. Let your belly move with your breath, no restriction. Return to center, easy twist to the left. Nice tall spine. So this airy, flowy feeling is really coming from the heart chakra. Come back to center. This spacious, roomy place around our heart. Inhale, open the arms. And exhale, close the hands back into the chest. And do that a few times and just see if you can feel that sense of air, breath, spaciousness around the heart. You might exaggerate your breath, draw it in and send it out. One more time, a grand breath, a big welcoming breath. Exhale, pull it in. And then let's start to make our way around to a tabletop. Julie, you stay put. And here in a tabletop, we'll create a new flow. So on the inhale, the right arm comes forward, the left leg reaches back. And then we'll just exhale to draw elbow to knee. Start to move with your breath in a way that feels like a leaf just floating down from a tree. Let the head follow the movement, tucking and lifting. And on the next inhale, reach the arm back toward the foot, and it might touch, it might not. Just find a little opening here in front of the body. Softness, ease, opening. Reaching back out into that spinal balance. Drop the hand and let the leg cross over to the outside of the bent knee. And then just settle in here a little bit, kind of wiggle side to side. Maybe drop that back foot onto its outer edge. Explore your hips. Flow is also the sacral chakra, our hips, and the property of water. You might think of moving like water. Come back to center. Shift your weight a bit, and then we'll switch sides. Left arm, right leg, deep breath, and then flowing back and forth. Let the head follow the movement of the spine, lifting and lowering. And the next time we come up, let's reach back toward that foot. Maybe it's right there for us, maybe not quite. Let the front of your body open. Beautiful. One more deep breath in. And then we'll release, hand to the mat, crossing that right leg behind us. Just wiggling a bit through the hips. Finding ease in places that might be a little tight. And back to a tabletop. Taking our knees wide and our big toes close together, press back toward child's pose, not quite settling in. Just give yourself a nice long span here. And then we're just going to draw our bodies forward. So creating a flow here, hips reaching back and hips coming forward. If this hurts your knees, pad up underneath your knees. So you're kind of on the inside of the knees, stretching the inner thighs. And if you want, you can pick up your feet as you come forward, come into a little bit more hip extension, hip flexor. Soft flow with breath. And the next time we come back, go ahead and settle into child's pose, supporting your head if you'd like. Let yourself exhale long. Notice if you've been holding your breath, and imagine just that leaf, the moment it lets go, just exhale like that. I don't have to hold that anymore. And release a little bit of the weight, the effort. And returning to tabletop, bring the knees in. Let's find our way up into downward facing dog. Wiggling, pedaling, shifting, maybe even yawning. Try to keep the edges soft, playful, curious, light. So I'm going to take you through a nice little flow. This is kind of like going on a bear hunt. We're just going to keep adding one more pose until we end up with this nice, long, fun flow. So we're going to start by reaching the right leg up high and just wiggle the ankle, spread out the toes, nod your head, bending the knee, open the hips toward the right, and again, circle the ankle. Just feel that space across the hip. Coming back to center, shift forward and draw the knee across to the opposite elbow. And then we're just going to shoot that leg right out of the side. Bring the right hand under the shoulder and open up into a very wide side plank, Shavasana. Breathe here. And coming back to center, the hand drops to the floor. Bring the knee underneath, kick the foot behind you, and open up into kneeling side plank. Should be a little easier than Shavasana. Let's begin to move with breath here, nice and slow. Gate pose, and back over. You can touch your fingertips to the floor or a full hand. Side body moving with breath. Let your hands continue to just feel like leaves. Very little effort there, just lightness. Kind of a floaty feeling through your arms and hands. And the next time the hands come to the floor, turn until you are able to tuck the back toes and draw the right foot forward into a low lunge. And then let's drop the knee, bring the hands to the inside of the foot, and we'll kind of juice that right hip so the knee drops out and hugs in. Breathing, curious, light, easy here. And then let's tuck the back toes. We'll walk the hands to the wide side of our mat, lengthening through the spine. Bring the left hand underneath and open up through with the right arm into a twist. Just loosen up your hand on top. Breathe. Return to center, switch. Left arm comes up, deep breath in, fingers light and loose. And coming back to center. Turn toward your left foot. And when you find your way at the back of your mat, step to downward facing dog, pedal out your heels. We're halfway. We do the exact same thing on the left side. So when you're ready, raise the left leg, wiggle your toes, circle your ankle. Bending the knee, open up through the hip. Feel that space opening up for you. Let's extend the leg. And shifting forward, left knee toward the right elbow. And then we'll shoot that leg out, opening up into wide side plank. Shake, shake, shake. We got this. Beautiful. Return the hand to the floor, drop the knee, and then just lift a little into your kneeling side plank. That should be a little less effortful. And starting to flow with breath, gate pose over the side. Find ease here. You just did something hard. Let's leave that hard thing back where it was and just come into ease again. Gentle movement, your body moving in space. Fingers like leaves. And then we'll windmill the hands forward, dropping the back knee, scoop the left foot forward into lizard. So hands on the floor, move that knee back. And then just weave that left knee in and out, loosening around the hips, finding flow in your hips. Breath inside of you like light wind, no hard edges. And then tucking the toes, lifting the knee. Let's come back through the center. This time right hand underneath, left arm lifts. And come back to center, switch. Open up. Return to the front of your mat, downward facing dog. So let's try that sequence, one movement per breath. You're welcome to modify anywhere you need to by dropping a knee or making a fist, or even just pausing to take a movement out. So here we go. Inhale, leg lifts. Exhale, open up the hip. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to elbow, opposite elbow. Inhale, shoot the leg through, open up, side plank. Exhale, come back to the earth, drop the knee. Inhale, side plank on a knee, and then reach up and over, gate. Inhale, come back. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, step the right foot forward, hands inside the foot. Exhale here, lizard. Inhale, drop the right knee open. Exhale, bring the knee back in. Inhale, tuck the back toes, lift the knee. Exhale to the center of your mat. Inhale, lift your right arm, twist. And exhale, lower. Inhale, left. Exhale, lower. Turn toward the back edge of your mat. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg comes up high. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to opposite elbow. Inhale, shoot the leg out, open up, wide side plank. Everyone's favorite. Exhale, lower the hand, drop the knee to the mat. Inhale, kneeling side plank. Good, everyone. Exhale, over the side, gate post. Inhale, come back over. Exhale, hands to the mat, all fours. Inhale, the left foot comes forward, hands inside the foot. Exhale, lizard. Inhale, open up that knee. And exhale, knee comes back in. Inhale, tuck the back toes, lift the knee. And exhale, center of the mat. Inhale, raise the left arm. Exhale, lower. Inhale, raise the right. Exhale, lower. Bring your hands to the front of your mat. You're in a lunge. And then lightly step the back foot to meet the front foot. And let's come into ragdoll. Bending the knees, letting the belly rest on the legs. And touch your hands to your elbows. That was a lot of movement. Settle here. Not letting go again. Let's press hands to shins, lifting halfway. Hug the lower belly in nice and firm. Exhale, go just a little deeper on your forward fold. Let's do that 2 more times. Press to lengthen. Exhale to fold. 1 more time. Press and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Grab a hold of the back of your legs and gently pull yourself down. Feel the length, the stretch, the space. Then with a bigger bend in the knees, sweep the arms all the way up. Follow your fingertips up and back. Find a standing back bend. Rooting down through the earth, you might just picture a tree right here with deep roots, strong trunk, and the leaves, the fingers. Let your arms come out wide to the sides, palms up, thumbs pointing back. And then arms down at your sides, bend the knees. Let's come up again in a flow now. Inhale, arms up, following the fingers back as far as you can, and then just letting those arms peel out and down. Scoop up and around. Hear the sound of your breath. Make the sound that wind makes blowing through the trees, that H sound. One more big circle breath. Bring your hands to your heart. I'm going to do a little movement here that I really love. This is called Flight of the Bird, and it's a kriya or a cleansing practice for the heart chakra. So hands start at the heart, and we're just going to step back with one foot. So it's kind of like a little warrior one stance. And as we do that, the arms open up. There's your inhale. Good. On the exhale, back to center, and we switch. Inhale and exhale. You're just going to start to create a rhythm with your own breath. It can be faster or slower. You can step back differently. You can take the arms in a different way. Your arms are wings on a breeze or leaves in the wind. Each time you come back, just feel your shoulder blades kissing on your back behind you, making space for your heart to open. And as you come forward, feel the back open and the front close. We did this kriya in India for 21 minutes. We won't do it that long today. But just long enough to feel the energy around your heart heating up, spiraling, circling, flowing. Step back 2 more times on each leg. And when you finish, place your hands on your heart, over your heart. Drop your chin. Feel heat and breath and heartbeat here. Feel your love beating under your hands. Feel into your upper back. Your shoulders. Bring your hands together at your heart. Take a deep breath, arms reach high. Exhale, hinge from the hips, swan dive flowing down. Let this continue to be a soft flow. Press to shins, lifting halfway. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose, knees or toes. Spin your elbows and lower halfway down, chaturanga. Pull through into cobra or upward facing dog. And send your hips back, downward facing dog. Deep breath in, long exhale. Deep breath in. Long exhale. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, settle that foot between your thumbs and drop your back knee. Let's slide the hips back for a hamstring stretch. And we'll go forward and back a couple of times. Hamstring to hip flexor. Next time we slide our hips back, let's pull the toes back and walk the hands forward. Walk the hands forward as far as you can with soft edges. The right hip reaches back. The hands and the head reach forward. Find that flow of air inside of your body, soft edges. Returning to kneeling lunge. Let's twist here. Left hand down, right arm comes up. This is a great place to stay right here, just open in this twist. If you'd like a little different experience here, wrap your arm behind your back and just press with the back of your hand, opening the shoulder a bit more. See how that feels. Move breath into the places where it isn't. And back to center. Let's tuck the back toes, let that knee float off the ground, and then arms reach overhead. Nice high lunge, and we'll do those arm circles again. So when your thumbs are back as far as they'll go, open the palms, circle the arms. Moving from the hips right over that leg. Let's go again. Nice big circles. Feeling, what are you noticing as you move in this way? Where is the air? Where is the lightness? Where is the ease in your body? And as our fingers come back to the floor, let's let that back leg lift. Find a little balancing pose, 3-point balance. You bring hands to the shins if you want a little more challenge. Soft breath. Eyes on one point. And then let's let that foot come to the top of the mat. Shake out your knees a little bit and forward fold. Press to lift halfway. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Sweep the arms high, extended mountain. And bring your hands to your heart. Beautiful work, everybody. Arms up again, deep breath. Swan dive, forward fold. Press to lift halfway. And step back, downward facing dog. Let's flow, vinyasa. Forward, knees or toes, down, up, and back. Lifting the left leg. Let's step the foot through and we'll drop the back knee. Take a moment, find your way in to the soft place in your body and then start to move back and forth. Right here, right now, present to this season in your body. Our bodies experience seasons just like nature does. We just have these brains, these egos that resist going with the flow of nature. Right now, nature is saying, it's time to let go. It's time to stop all the doing, pushing, holding, forcing. It's time to let go and just be beautiful and light and free. Let's hold this nice long hamstring stretch. Fingers move forward, hips move back. Find the soft edge. So what is it that we're holding on to? And we can give ourselves a little break and just let go of that holding, that expectation or that judgment or that to-do list. What are we holding so firmly to? And is it holding us? Go ahead and come forward into your kneeling lunge. And finding a twist, right hand down, left arm up. You can either stay here or find that option of the arm behind and a tiny bit of leverage, opening the shoulders. For the record, I am basically talking to myself here about all the pushing and holding and doing and letting go stuff. So if you can relate to any of this, good. But we teach what we need to learn. This is definitely an area of work for me. Let's bring that arm back up and around, and we'll tuck the toes, lifting the knee and rising up into high lunge. And we'll start those arm circles here. So just give yourself all this space. Maybe the exhale's a little more forceful now. A little more forcing out of the breath that feels held. And the fingertips come to the floor, shifting forward into a 3-point balance. And stay here, bring your hands to your shins, lengthen your body, keep your eyes on one point, and breathe. And slowly lowering the right foot to meet the left. And forward fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen the spine even more. And exhale, deep fold. Rise high, extended mountain lift all the way up. And bring your hands to your heart. Take a moment for balance before we get to the floor. So of course, we'll do tree pose today. I've got a few variations for you. So starting by standing on your right foot, let's lift the left knee right up in front of us. And let's move that hip in and out a few times. Just get a sense of your external and internal rotation. And then when you find that edge, that soft edge, go ahead and just park your foot above or below your knee. And notice that maybe that knee is not straight out to the side, and that's totally fine. That's where your hip rotators are. No worries, no expectations. So press the foot into the leg and the leg into the foot. Give yourself this nice dynamic tension. And then let's grow some branches in any direction. Wiggle your fingers at the ends of those branches. Feel that lightness and ease in your hands. Maybe even touch the tips of your fingers. Aware of the lightness there. In your mind's eye, picture just one leaf floating to the ground. No fanfare, no goodbyes, just floating to the ground. Let's extend that left leg out, and we're just going to turn our tree on its side, not all the way. We'll just lean to the side and challenge that standing leg a bit. Breathe. Fingers are still light. Face is relaxed. Find your way back to solid ground and just stay planted through both feet. You might notice the temperature just changed. Breathe tall and start to shift your weight into your left foot. Lifting a right knee in front, let's do the same thing. And you might notice that your hips are different. You might have a little more range of motion in one side. Just feel the natural stop. And when you find that, park your foot below or above the knee. Press foot to leg, leg to foot. And then grow some branches. Maybe they're different on this side. What about asymmetrical branches? I've never seen a tree that's perfectly symmetrical. So try doing two different things with your arms. And then feel those light fingers. Touching the fingertips with your thumb. Finding ease there at the end of these branches. And then let's slowly extend that leg and let your tree just lean to the left. Fingers still light, face soft. Return to the earth. Oh, bring your hands to your heart and pause. Feel the heat, that internal temperature. Feel your breath. Feel change. Take one more deep breath, arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, downward facing dog. If you want, you can take one final vinyasa. Just one more round of heat building, strength building. And let's all meet in child's pose. Take a moment here to just pause between these sections of standing and floor work. Support for your head in some way. Just drop in again. This pose of letting go. This exhale. This completion. Just notice here and now. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Inhale into a big cow, stretching the front, strengthening the back. Exhale, cat. With a neutral spine, sweep the legs around, have a seat on the floor. You are welcome to grab a strap if you like to use one for your forward folds. Inhale, arms lift, and exhale over your legs. If you have a tenderness in your back today, maybe stay in more Dandasana or maybe a quarter of the way. If you're comfortable, fold all the way over. Bending the knees is sometimes helpful. Breathe a little more deeply. Soft edges, airy breath moving through your body. Release to sweep the arms all the way up. And let your hands come to heart center. I'm going to do a little core exercise on the way to the floor. So with hands touching the sternum, round your back, tuck your tailbone under. Just going to feel a little crunch through your abdominals. And we're just going to put on the brakes and see if you can just slowly descend onto your back. Really, maybe one breath, 1 inch. One breath, 1 inch. Take your time. Let your core support you. And when you find the floor with your back, hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice little floor massage. Keeping the knees together, let's open the arms out into a T and twist. The knees will drop to the left side. The head turns to the right. You can take any version of twist that you like. Crossing the legs, extending the legs. Let your shoulders feel like 2 leaves that just landed on the ground. Settled, complete. The backs of your hands, just 2 leaves that just landed on the ground. Imagine your body laying in the leaves on the earth. The crunch and the softness. Bringing one leg at a time back to center. The head comes to neutral, shifting to the opposite side. Twist. Again, settling shoulders and hands on the earth. Letting your mind imagine just laying in leaves. That can be your homework for the day. Let your breath start to become softer, easier. And then we'll start to come back to center. Stretch the legs and arms in opposite directions and take a yawn here. Maybe stretch, grab one wrist, grab the other, move around, like make your body more spacious, more long, more full. And when you're ready, the arms come down like snow angels and find your way into Shavasana. Take a deep yet soft breath in through your nose and softly sigh the exhale out. Again, soft, deep breath in through the nose with a sigh. Come back to the tips of your fingers, the tips of your toes. Stretch your body in any way that feels right and good and easy. And then begin to roll to one side. And make your way back to a seat. And we'll finish as we always do with hands at heart center. And I'll leave you with this today. There is freedom waiting for you on the breezes of the sky. And you ask, what if I fall? Oh, but my darling, what if you fly? Let's allow leaves falling from trees today remind us to let go of what is complete and open ourselves to the space around us. Thank you so much for joining me today, my friends. Namaste.